Hello, and welcome to our Thursday night Divine Energy Flow session. And if you were indeed here at 7, I apologize for the inconvenience of the app that we were using not working. So we're going to get right into it. Um, let's see, where was I? So today, our topic, our little conversation topic is something that I feel really passionate about. And it's taking your power back, getting out of victim mentality, no matter what we're going through. And I know that this is going to be super triggering for some people, but we're going to talk about that as well. It's okay. It's okay if it's triggering. You just let it be triggered. That's just something that's trying to come up and be released. So we're going to talk about victim mentality and just kind of like what the energy is around that and what that really means. Like when you're in victim mentality, what that means to your to your, I guess, to your mind, and how to take that power back. Because when we're a victim, we are just powerless. I mean, it's basically what a victim means, is powerlessness. So first, so first let's do just a little bit of a meditation. Everyone, just lay back, sit back, relax. We're going to have a good, relaxing um, uh, event. All right. So just for in case anyone had a stressful day or just, kind of needs to let out a little bit of tension, we're going to do some breathing. We're going to let the breath out with a sigh, a nice loud sigh. Like that. Okay. So just relax and just remember how we do this. Just get present in this moment. Forget about everything else. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but getting into that center, getting into that, 12 o'clock sort of place, into that stillness. What we need to do is, let's just pretend like this is the past and this is the future and this is the present moment, and we're just coming into now, right? This was easy. For some reason, it's easier. It's easy for me to picture that. It was when I first started learning how to do this. So just kind of make all time collapse into this moment, because truly that's what it is. Okay, so we're just going to take a few deep breaths. Thank you for being here. I honor you, and I so honor you and appreciate you for being patient. We'll get it together. It'll be okay. All is well. So let's take a nice deep breath. Just hold it for a moment. That's where stillness is. Just hold it. And let it out. Make a noise, like purposely. Okay. You can make a louder noise than that. The louder, the better. It's good for the throat chakra too. So let's take another deep breath. If there's anything you need to stretch or loosen up, feel free. Open up that heart. One more nice deep breath. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you for, once again, thank you for being here. Remember that we are on the Call to Awakening YouTube channel, as well as the Call to Awakening Facebook page, as well as my YouTube channel, which is Carla Romero Crochet, and the Call to Awakening YouTube channel as well. So like wherever you're at, please take the time. It would really mean a lot to us. Take the time to go around and like the other YouTube channel or the other Facebooks pages. We're just trying to get a really conscious community, or really what I want, my intention here is to get a nice um, a growing community of people that want to be conscious, at least at least just that want, that want to, maybe you're kind of starting to have like a spiritual awakening. So the point is what my point is to get you all here so that we can help each other out. And that is my mission. That is my mission, is to help you during your spiritual awakening. And of course the energy work, it just makes it all better. So one more deep breath. We shall begin. So, okay, I did take a few notes. So if you see me like reading a little bit, I'm reading a little bit because I took notes, and I just want to make sure that I, get everything out, especially on this topic, because this topic is so triggering for so many people, because what you see in the world is so much chaos. If you're looking at that, you can see so much chaos. You can also see so much beauty, but regardless, this I can't remember even if I said if I said what this talk was about, when y'all could hear me. So the bottom line is, we're going to talk about um, taking your power back, right? Taking your power back from victim mentality. All right, so we're going to get right into it. So the bottom line is, if you don't look at this from a higher perspective, you're going to get super triggered probably right now. And I'll just say this right now. These are my beliefs. These are my truths. Some of this is, I've learned from different religions, or from different teachers, different channelers, and things like that. That's how these things resonate with me. May not resonate with you, and it may not even resonate with the Call to Awakening group. So this is just me speaking my truth, and me trying to help you to get to a place where you have your full power, you have your full energy. We are super powerful when we reclaim our power, because we have given it away our entire lives, right? So seeing things from a higher perspective, first of all, because let's kind of talk about that just for a moment. When you see things from just your perspective, just in the body, looking out perspective, it is such a different, it's such a big shift from that, which is typically when you're still sort of sleeping, still unconscious, still living your life, and according to the ego, the belief systems, the programs that a lot of humans hold. All of these programs we all did. So there's no judgment of any of it, but yes. So that's what it all depends upon. So here's the bottom line. Source energy fractalized itself, right? So the main source of energy in the universe basically shot into a bazillion pieces to make creations. We are some of his or her its creations. um Real quick. And he made us to experience life, to experience all aspects of this world, of this 3D, of Earth, you know. no matter if it's good or bad, all experience is good. Mm, all experience is experience. Okay? So like both sides of the polarity. That's what we're here to experience, both sides, not just good or just bad. You know, it's all the same thing. It's all intertwined. Okay? So think about it. We are fractals of the source, of source energy, of God, if you would like to call it. So we are fractals of that energy. That energy is looking through our eyes. That energy is breathing the breath that we breathe. Okay? We are seeing through God's eyes, if that's what you want to call it. Okay. So that's a big picture. And there's that. Let me just make sure, and I apologize. Um, so this is the heavy stuff. So the bottom line is we create our reality. We create our reality through our programs and belief systems because those generate our thoughts and our thoughts generate our feelings. Okay. So we create in the vibrational realm first through our mind, through our thoughts, through our emotions. So we create vibrationally first, and then if once you align your frequency, this is old news, right? And once you align your frequency to the frequency of the desired reality or whatever, then it becomes available in in your reality on Earth. Okay, so that's how we create. Now, it's also the same the other way. I mean, like I just said, how to create something consciously. So it also is the same the other way. If you are thinking negative thoughts all day, if your emotions is victim type emotions, or whatever your emotions are, if they're negative, then you'll create more reasons to feel those emotions, right? So it works both ways, okay? Um, so let's talk real quick about, the not so positive aspect of this. And this is where I think it's going to trigger some people. And um, but that's all right. That's all right. So children being abused. Believe me, it breaks my heart. People not having food and clean water to drink breaks my heart. People not having a place to live breaks my heart. People on the side of the road begging for, a dollar to get something to eat breaks my heart. All of these things that happen are our responsibility. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why, because I'm sure you're thinking, how possibly could a little kid that doesn't have medical attention or water or food, how could that possibly be their fault? Well, it's not their fault. They're just, I say fault, but I feel like that's a bad word or something. I say that because when you grow up like this, that is your belief system. When you grow up like this, that's what you think is normal, and unfortunately, they're not taught, these things that we're going over here, that I'm teaching you here. They just think that that's how life is. So guess what? That's how life is. And the other thing is, okay, then I can just hear the questions already. And the next question or comment will probably be, well, why were they born like that? That's not fair. And it's so not fair. And I totally agree. But you see, we have different contracts. Before we are born into this world or into any dimension or any world and any life, we make agreements, we make contracts with different people to play out different things. Basically, a lot of the themes that we experience in our lives are planned. They're not planned to be mean. Okay, now I hear
Now
an
I hear an
echo.
echo.
Ah. So the reason why this happens is because, thank you, the echo's gone. Okay. Um, to learn lessons. And the bottom line is we're here to evolve. We're not here to be super comfortable all the time. If every lesson is an experience of God, every experience is an experience of that one source. So it's all just fine in his eyes. All of it's just fine to source, to the creator. Okay. Um, oh no, I got like off track with that echo. Hold on. So, yes, soul contracts. So, being being that so the soul contracts that we make are so that we can learn a specific lesson, so that someone else can learn a specific lesson. There are all kinds of different ways. I mean, with it, we're eternal, so think of how many lives and how many things that we are going to go through. We're gonna have to go through a lot of different things. Some are going to be pleasant, some are going to be not pleasant. Okay. um I can't remember where I was. Let me see. Yeah, contracts. Okay. So the soul contracts and the agreements, you would think that would make you a victim because you can't do anything about it, but you can do something about it. Those are not set in stone. Yes, we call them a contract, but all you can get out of any soul contract, you can get out of anything that you agreed to before you came here, because your evolution may have evolved higher. Maybe you learned all those lessons. A lot of things are karmic as well. They're karmic cycles that you're having to go through. Or maybe these people that are being tortured or being it's again trigger, and I'm sorry. It breaks my heart too. There's a lot wrong in our eyes in this world, sometimes it's very heartbreaking. So go past that for us for just a moment. Um, so if you wanted to get out of a soul contract, it's just a simple intention. It's just a simple intention. I'm done with this. I'm evolving. Anything you can literally just say out loud. Any contracts or agreements that I made before I came into this physical reality, this lifetime, um, are void as of now, and so it is. That's it. So this still does not give you a victim mentality um, reason. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the energy of victimhood. Just feel that. I mean, just sit here and feel the word victim. It's powerless, powerlessness. It's hopeless, hopeless. It's I can't do anything to change this. I give up. Can't do anything to change this. Nothing will work. It's I am limited. Obviously, if I'm a victim, then I am limited to my circumstances. Just, yeah, total disempowerment. None of those things. This is a 100% illusion. It is a complete illusion and utter crap and bullshit. None of that is true. So let's look at responsibility, or the energy of taking full responsibility. Okay. Freedom. Once you take responsibility, your power comes back to you. You basically just gave it away whenever you were in the victim mentality. What is it? Okay. So, yeah. So freedom, empowerment, empowerment, allowing your fullness to come out. Just think of, just think of the energy of taking full responsibility. New start. I'm taking responsibility to, this is a new moment, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start new. You have to come up with the things that you're going to do, right? So it gives you this power. It gives you this power that's always been there, that you've just kind of given away at certain times of your life. Okay, so starting from this moment, not from the past where the issue was created. That's why I'll write these little notes. So to change the issue, changing the issue has to come from a different energy than where the issue came. You can't change whatever's happening with that victim mentality, because it was created through victim mentality and kept along, just going right along because of the victim mentality. Okay. So another thing that I think is super important is this: realize that no one, no man, no woman, first of all, let's just go there, no relationship is responsible for making you happy. No. No person outside of you, no other person should have to act a certain way to please you so that you can be validated, or so that you can, it is completely you, it's completely me, right? So, like relationships, children, your child does not have to act like you want them to act to please you, because it makes you feel whatever it makes you feel, like a good mother, like or a good parent, all of that. You are responsible for making yourself feel whatever it is that you want to feel. No one else is. So you got to let everyone free. I'm not saying don't be a mother. I'm not saying don't have standards with relationships. I'm just saying that if the way that they're acting does not please you, then maybe it's not the right relationship for you. If you can't, take how somebody acts or whatever. The bottom line is, once you're good in yourself, like everyone else kind of, I'm not going to say changes, but they kind of do. It's sort of a strange phenomenon. Or maybe you just look at it different. That's probably what it is. I mean, you just look at it different because you're not expecting them to validate you, or to, make you feel any way, or to make you feel love or whatever. And your job, like if you go to your work looking for security, it's just not you have to be secure in yourself, and then the security will come. Okay. So all of those things have to come from within. You are responsible for making yourself feel good, validated, and secure. Period. Ooh. Um, so what to do now? There's so many reasons why we can be in victimhood. Like there's so many pieces to this. It's hard to kind of like talk about as a whole. You know, let's just take illness for example. I'm sure you know Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I mean, there's many, many, many um, studies and scientific proof that when you when you learn, when you meditate, okay, so you would start by meditating. It's like the thing one, be present and meditate. And when you start, let's say that you're ill, when you start to meditate, you think of yourself as good, not as good, as all good, as healthy, as well. You know, you might want to say all is well many, many times a day. You might want to say thank you for just every organ that is well in your body, every piece of your body that is working correctly. Thank it every single day. There's so many things that you can do that will literally spontaneously sort of heal you. There's many, 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 much research on this out there. Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can look up him on YouTube. There is a YouTube video of literally a tumor being shrunk to nothing just because there are these doctors around her, and the doctors are thinking of her well. They're not thinking of her sick. And you see it in the CAT scan, the thing just goes away to nothing. It takes like it's like a 20-minute thing, and they didn't even do anything to it. There was no surgery, there was no nothing. So illnesses, I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not saying that it would be easy to just to think yourself well. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's possible. And there is no choice if you don't get out of victim mentality. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's see. Um, uh, the obvious, you know, relationship, abusive relationship. Um, that is another one. Trigger warning. I'm sorry. That is another one that the man or the woman gets so used to being abused. Well, first of all, there's a lot of different chemicals and things in the body that start to literally. Oh, this is so triggering. Literally, there's chemicals in the body once you're used to this type of treatment that will make you feel good in that treatment, in the treatment of the person abusing you. Good and bad at the same time, obviously. Um, but that's why there's so many people that just keep going to different relationships that are abusive. They just keep going and going. It's like, why do you keep picking these same people? You know, um, and it's because they think that that's all they have. They think that that's all they're worth. They're a victim. They're a victim. All right. So, um, just things to help that may help would be to definitely start meditating. Meditate and just think of you may have to start off meditating to do this, but after a while you won't have to use the meditation part to gain this. And what I'm talking about is just the feeling of what you want, or the feeling, yeah, the feeling of what you want, the feeling of what you would like to see in the world and in your own reality. So be present, meditate, figure out what feelings you're looking for, and hold them. Hold the feelings in your body, hold that energy in your body. And obviously, if you do this every day, if you make this a habit, it will become second nature to where you can just kind of snap yourself out of out of that victimhood mentality. You'll be able to just snap yourself out of it and go, what was I thinking? I'm back, and you'll be able to get back to those feelings of wellness and power. Okay. But it all starts with responsibility. So that is the end of my little talk. All right, so let's get into some energy work. Let me just read the rest of this just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Be present, meditate, allow whatever it is to be. So, yeah, a lot of these situations that make people go into victim mentality. um, a lot of those situations need to be released, need to be felt and released. And so try not to have resistance around it. Try to just allow things to flow through you, the energy to flow through you, so that you can indeed release any unhealthy patterns that you may have, keeping you in the victim mentality. All right. Wow. It was like when I clapped, the lights got brighter. All right, we are going to get into our healing session now. I have some sage that is freshly picked that I'm going to use. Okay. So we're going to do just a deep cleansing first. Back and relax. Just lay back and relax so you can stay seated. Just be open to receive this beautiful energy of pure love. Set the intention to allow the energy that needs to be, that you need in your body and in your field to get to you. And that is my intention. And energy knows no time and space. So just because we're not in the same room doesn't mean that you won't receive. You will still definitely receive the energy if you're open. Close your eyes and just breathe. That was a bit of a short session just due to all the technical issues and all. I didn't want to keep y'all on here for too long. Plus, I talk too much. Drink plenty of water. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. So for those of you that are going to watch this later, and for those of you that are here, please comment any type of questions about the things that I talked about, anything about energy, the energy work that I do. What would you like to know about? Where are you at on your spiritual journey? Tell me all these things. I want to get to know you really bad. I want to get to know you. I want to help you. So tell me where you're at. Tell me what you need. I would be delighted and honored to be a part of your spiritual awakening. So I am guessing that there are no questions or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you for being here. And, I honor you. Again, I love you. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you next week.